the reach of the all-powerful Kim Jong-Un government, it doesn't extend just in the confines of Pyongyang or North Korea in general, but North Koreans apparently it reaches all the way into the streets of London. So take a look at this picture here. This is an advertisement put up by a barber shop, essentially. The M&M Hair Academy in South Ealing put up this. It says 1 meter by 1.2 meter, but thanks to my father, I don't know what that is.
Oh, yeah, sure, blame him.
Yeah, my dad beat back the metric system. So that's their ad, and it was this idea because the haircut that Kim Jong-Un has, and they had read that story that came out, I think, in the South Asia Press, something like that. The Free Asia Radio, excuse me, what it was, a not-for-profit news agency based in Washington that suggested that male university students in North Korea were being required to have the same great haircut as Kim Jong-Un. So they thought, hey, let's have a little joke here, and we'll show a picture of Kim Jong-Un with that phrase, "Bad Hair Day." But then what happened is that Mo Nabak, who is the owner of the salon there in Ealing, says the day after it went up, the ad went up, two Asian-looking guys wearing suits turned up. One was taking pictures, the other taking notes. I said to my client at the time, I think they're North Korean officials. Then they came in, they asked, who put that picture up? I said I did. They said then later, you can't have that. That is a country's national leader. And then he says correctly, I told him, hey man, this is how he talk like Tommy Chong. He goes, hey man, this is North Korea, this is England. I don't even sound like Tommy. And then they asked for my name, and then I told them that they would have to get their solicitors for that. So they're like having a little lawyer standoff. But I like the fact that Kim Jong-Un just thinks that, no, we're like a couple of North Korean diplomats can walk into an independent shop owned in England and tell the guy to take the picture down.
So I think that I came up with a reason why they did that, because that seems so mental. Like, who are you to tell them to take the picture down, right? But we just recently did a story about how thoroughly North Korea brainwashes everybody in the country. It's possible that those North Korean officials really believe that Kim Jong-Un is a prophet, is a god of some sort, and so they think, of course, we can tell anybody to do whatever we want. We represent Kim Jong-Un. Who are you to argue with, modern day Jesus? And I got bad news for them. That's not how the rest of the world operates. So you can get brainwashed all you want, but that guy ain't gonna take it down, right? And it turns out it's definitely North Korean officials.
The North Koreans call the cops.
I'd love to be the cops over there. Yeah. Oh, really? Brilliant. Yeah, so we'll go and talk to them right away.
I can confirm that the North Korean embassy has contacted us and that we're in liaison with them.
They're in liaison with them.
Officers spoke to all parties. No offenses have been disclosed.
Because there's no offense. There's no offense.
Real quick, Kareem Nabak, that's the guy's son, he designed the poster offering, by the way, you got 15% off the haircut. I guess if you reference the poster. And he says it was a large in-your-face poster, was designed to get clients to come in, but then he points out that it was unlikely to get people to come in for that haircut, which is unfortunate, that haircut. And then he says, perhaps if David Beckham wore it, but I don't really see it catching on, to be honest.
It appears to me that this is a bit of a hairy situation, and they do have Nabak in their crosshairs. Overall, I've got to say, it's an unrealistic demand.
Oh, don't laugh.